Even on Madonna there into San Luis Obispo, you see that shine there. All of this green is where those slick conditions are. So no matter where you are, be extra cautious. There could even be some flooded roadways. So take your time, turn on your lights and turn on your windshield wipers on high. You're definitely going to need it. Joe?
All right, Annika, we have team coverage this morning, and let's head out into the elements right now. San Luis Obispo County seeing the steady rain, even very heavy at times, and gusty winds. And we begin with Morning News reporter Keith Carls live in Pismo Beach with the current situation there. Good morning, Keith.
Yeah, it's been steady rain and gusty winds for the past several hours up here in southern San Luis Obispo County. But we're getting reports from the CHP of incidents going on all across San Luis Obispo County, as it appears the front of this storm is hitting this part of the Central Coast the hardest right now. What we can tell you is that we're hearing reports of downed trees, down power lines, isolated flooding, and several traffic accidents on the roads and highways because of the wet conditions. But it's been a kind of a steady, not really heavy rainfall, but steady and cold and gusty winds. And here in Pismo Beach, a lot of attention is being paid to the burn scar that was left by the Avila fire last summer, and those bare hillsides that are sitting above several homes here in the Pismo Beach area. The city of Pismo Beach, county of San Luis Obispo, and CAL FIRE have resources in place in the event of any incident that happens with regard to those hillsides. Residents have done what they can in terms of sandbagging and putting out straw bales and that type of thing, but a lot of this depends on what the storm does going forward. We know it's supposed to stick around here for a while. Also, PG&E is warning customers of power outages, and those are expected to continue throughout the morning due to the storm conditions. They have extra crews on duty to deal with the down power lines, blown transformers, and things of that nature. But right now, here in Pismo Beach, you can hear the surf behind me. It's very much a storm situation. This atmospheric river that you guys are talking about moving in, and it seems to be stalling right now over San Luis Obispo County. Reporting live in Pismo Beach this morning, I'm Keith Carls. Joe, I'll toss it back to you.
All right, Keith, dry off a little bit. We'll check back in with you in the next half hour or so. We're now going to turn things over to Patricia Martellotti. She joins us live in Santa Maria. We're also seeing kind of scattered showers and pretty moderate throughout the morning. Patricia, what's the situation right now?
Well, the rain started drizzling late last night, and it's continuing to get heavier here in Santa Maria. And in just this past couple of hours that I've been here, I can tell that the wind is also starting to pick up. Officers with the Santa Maria Police Department are patrolling the area for everyone's safety. Some of the heaviest rain is expected throughout the day. We're expecting about 3 to 6 inches for coastal cities and valleys with mountains. Officers are encouraging drivers to use extreme caution during your travels this week.
In general, just making the roads wet makes it dangerous. So what people really need to do is they need to leave a even bigger defensive space around them and the cars in front of them. Leave a lot more space, give themselves braking time, and slow down.
Officers say they usually see more accidents during rainstorms, and the city of Santa Maria advises people to stay home and avoid traveling if possible, as more heavy rain is expected for the rest of the day. For now, live in Santa Maria, Patricia Martellotti, back to you.
All right, Patricia, thank you. And our team coverage continues with Tracy Lair live in Montecito. Conditions there, obviously, we know can change so quickly just from a few years ago. You were in this very same situation, covering the rain. This morning, a little different than what we saw a few years back, but they're ready for it just in case.
That's right, Joe. This was like a ground zero during the Montecito mudslide. This is Hot Springs behind me, and I've got Olive Mill right on the other side. And this is an area that lost homes. They've completely repaved this part of the road, and they're even still doing construction. On a normal day, they'd be out there. The sign is flashing about that. A lot of cars going by, heading to wherever they're going, possibly work. The roads are going to be slicker right now, but right now it's just this consistent rain. It really isn't as bad as it could get. I do see some mud on the ground already. And we did talk to someone who survived that mudslide. house and recently moved back in. This is what Marco Fair had to say earlier or late last night.
We rebuilt, and after 8 moves, we moved back home a little over a year ago, and we love it. It's sacred ground to us, and we want to protect it as best we can. The most important part is we're ready to leave if we need to.
I was so surprised that they're not. And really, that ready to leave, that feeling, if your gut says you're in danger, get out, because right now there are no any orders to evacuate or anything, and they're feeling pretty lucky, not coming down really hard right now. But this has been since 30, so it's going to get muddy. The roads are going to get slick, so just be prepared to pay attention to the weather all day. Reporting live in Montecito, I'm News Channel reporter Tracy Lair.
All right, Tracy, thank you so much for that. Now our team coverage is heading down to the Santa Barbara area where we are watching the roads. Driving conditions can be very dangerous today, and our Elise Martinez is live for us with a reminder for all of us that will be driving. Hi, Elise.
Hey, good morning, Joe. We are in Santa. The rain is coming down. It's very, very light right now, but those roads are still slick and people still have to go to work even when it rains. And typically when it rains, more accidents are likely to happen because the roads are wet and people forget to change their driving habits. Remember to keep your distance from the car in front of you. Slow down, keep the radio low, and obviously don't look at your cell phone. Another tip, if your tires start to slip, gently take your foot off the gas and don't brake. You want to be very careful in those conditions. And if conditions just become too dangerous, you're going to want to pull over until it is safe to start driving again. We want to take a live look at the 101 and Las Positas this morning. You can see the roads are very slick, people on them getting to work. More cars are going to be on the roads as the sun starts to come out and more people head to work. We're going to hit the roads now with Annika Abbott. She is monitoring the traffic for us. Annika?
Yes, Elise, thank you. It looks like on that south coast, not seeing any major incidents, but we are looking at some of that rainfall making for slick conditions, as you said. You can even see that shine on the road on the 101 at Fairview Avenue where you are around Goleta. And we are seeing that rain on the south coast, but it's especially heavy on that central up into San Luis Obispo County. So as Elise said, take your time this morning, drive carefully. We'll be right back.